Shalom, y'all. This is Haru. This is actually take two. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all about some stuff and everything. I know y'all see me floating, right? But it ain't what you think. This y'all still messed up. But what happened was, thanks to the Most High, I figured out at least how to take the pressure off the caliber. You know what I mean? So I don't, I'm not under pressure to get the part. So what happened is it's some type of not a clog, but a restriction, I guess, in the it's this thing with the brake line fluid the two go into it, and then you connect them. You connect it. It's two brake lines on this block, and then off of the block you connect your flex line. So I got a new flex line. I got a new brake caliber. So it's some type of restriction in it. So what happens is it lets the fluid go in, but it doesn't let it pull back. So that's why it just keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter and whatever. So what I gotta do, like while I'm driving around here, y'all seen the last time, I gotta relieve the pressure. So that's what I've been doing. And I thought it was the line with this other thing, and it's not that, because I changed it. I bought that. So this thing is $300. I'm not asking nobody for nothing, so please don't think that that's what I'm doing. I'm venting. I'm telling y'all. So what I'm gonna do, at least now I can drive. You know what I'm saying? I can drive, and I just gotta jump out sometimes, throw it in park, and let that stuff fly out. It is what it is. I'm glad I can at least do that. So and I'll grind it up in a minute or whatever. It's just crazy. It's like, yo, you can't even get no work right now with this dang board thing going on. You know what I'm saying? I got a job today, and I charged the guy $100 to change the shutoff valve. And he wrote me a check. I'm like, dude, like, I didn't need a check right this moment, but I mean, that's $100 towards my column, even though I took 60 out of it and put gas in my car, thinking, I have enough gas to get around, make a couple runs or whatever, because I only drive it when I gotta go either. And like, to be honest with you, like if I go to a job, like somebody call me, if I'm not fixing it and you want me to look at it, I can't. I'm sorry. It's got to be me taking a look at it and starting to fix it, because gas costs too much. I'm sorry. $60 put me a little bit above a quarter tank, like the line above a quarter tank, y'all. And I already had gas in my car. It was the line below a quarter tank, so that's like a quarter tank. I said no. And I put 87 in the joint, so y'all already know I ain't doing nothing. But so I was watching this guy. All right, so y'all know the football dude, the sports commentator guy. His name's, he talked to the white racist guy named Skip. The black guy, I don't know his name because I don't watch football and that. But so I was watching him talk about something, and then it made me type in something too. Hold on, I'll tell you what it is. So he was sitting there and he was talking about, he said when he was 12, he told his mom, because he said they were really, really poor. He said he told his mom, I'm gonna get some money and I'm gonna buy you a nice car, you know what I mean? So, when he hit a certain age, he got money, and he bought his mom a Mercedes-Benz, a nice car. He said, so he went to his grandma and he asked her what kind of car she wanted, and she said she don't want a car. So then he asked her, well, what kind of jewelry? You want some diamonds? She said, no, I don't want no diamonds, baby, right? So he was like, well, Grandma, what you want? She said, I want a good house, right? So he, in his mind, he like, you got a good, you got a house, but, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't the best house, but you do got a house. So his grandma said, here, sit down, let me tell you something, let me talk to you. She said, she wanted the Most High to make it rain. She said she want him to make it rain at night, all night long, really hard, and all day long, really hard, right? And she said, and she want to go to bed and wake up dry. That's what she wanted. Yo, that almost made me cry, y'all, when I heard that lady talk. When I heard, well, he was talking. That almost killed me, because guess what it did? It brought me back to some memories, you know what I'm saying, with my mom and stuff, right? And I'm like, wow, man, like, these curses was serious, y'all. Like, the Most High was not playing when he put us down. He really did a thing. He did a number to us, y'all. So it literally made my eyes water up, and I got the sniffy nose and everything, right? So let me tell you this story with my mom, right? So I got sent up Slayton Farms when I was 12, about to be 13, because my mom couldn't afford to buy all the name brand clothes that other kids had, you know. And then, you know, of course, drug money was like out there. It was so many people had a lot of money, and my mom was going to school to be an RN, and she was working. So my mom was literally killing herself to better herself for her children. So I went up in there when I was 12 and a half. I came home when I was 16. You know, my dad was dead already. My dad died when I was 9. So, well, that wasn't my real dad, but he was there. That was dad. You know what I mean? That man was there. So I don't know whatever was my real dad. He did too, but okay. So I come home from Slayton Farms. So my mom goes and buy me a Billion Bay coat. Y'all remember those? The Billion Bays? You know what I mean? Some used jeans, you know, and some Guess jeans with the pencil pocket, some top 10s, some shell tie. She went and bought me a lot of clothes. Alright? So I'm happy now. I'm like, I'm going to school. I'm going to be the man, you know what I mean? I'm going to be right. I had she bought me a leather jacket with fringes and stuff on it. Y'all remember the leather jackets with the fringes? Like, my mom, like, yeah, my mom decked me up, right? So, and my joint was like a cream, not cream, but like a tan butter. That thing was nice. The fringes going down the arm and across the back. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I remember my man, damn, what was his name? I can't even remember his name. But we used to call him Mr. Clean. You know what I mean? He was Chuck, my man Chuck. That was my man. He had a black one. Chuck was my man. So we in school. Well, you know, I was in school, whatever. This when I was going to West. So later on that day, after my mom did what she did, I'm walking past her room and I hear her crying. And I'm like, hell, why is she crying? I'm like, maybe she happy at home, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna throw a comment. So, you know, I asked my mom, why are you crying? She said, I gotta figure out how to get the rent money. So I said, well, what do you mean? Don't you have the rent money, right? You know? She said, no, I spent it on you so that you would go to school. So I said, well, what do you mean? I was gonna go to school. She said, if you didn't go to school when you was 12 years old for not having the stuff, now that you're 16, you definitely ain't gonna go. And she said, then you definitely gonna get in trouble and get locked up, because you're gonna be fighting this stuff again. And God knows it might get worse. You might shoot somebody or something. She said, because you have a temper. Like, you know, she was telling, because the counselors up there was telling her, like, how aggressive I was getting at certain times. Like, my first 2 days up there, I knocked some dude's teeth back. Like, the first 3 teeth in front of his face, I knocked his teeth back. Because, like, you know, when they sent me up there, my mom came right up there, and, you know, she gave me some pictures and stuff like that. And, you know, I was taking a toothpaste and hanging them on the wall, and he came in my room. And talking about he gonna jerk off to a picture of my mother. So I pushed this shit, excuse my French, I pushed this Jones back. Bust him in his mouth, you know what I mean? Yeah, I had a little power. Plus, I told you I can rumble. So I'm like, oh God, like, Ma, I didn't say nothing like that. And I started feeling like, did I say something? Did I say I wasn't, you know what I mean? It was, I'm young, I don't know no better, but my mom was really doing what she had to do to keep me in school, which, indoctrination class. I mean, we know better now, but y'all know what I'm saying. She wanted me to do better, put it that way. So, that ate me alive. So, I was thinking, how can I get this money for my mom? I really was trying to get the money for it. You know what I mean? And at first, I was about to sell drugs, but circumstances and the way, what I saw when those guys was hustling, I wouldn't have did it. To me, the way they were doing it was stupid, so that's why I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. And so, I mean, this joint's really eating me alive, yo. Like, I never seen my mom cry before. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like really hurt me real bad. Still hurts me to this day. So, anybody from Philly, they might know what I'm talking about. There was a company, a security guard company called Masso Security, Masso, and they hire people. So I literally forged my birth certificate and all, and put out that I was 18 years old and stuff to get a job. And I started working like in a supermarket on 20 in South Philly. On 20, it was it was near Point Breeze. What was that off of? Near Snyder Ave. Like near 26th Street, 27th Street, something like that. I can't remember really. It was not too far from the Home Depot down there, which was on the Home Depot there then. And I remember I caught this girl with Cornish hens and an umbrella. Yeah, but I let her go. I just took the stuff. So I told her, go ahead, man. You crazy. I ain't telling these people nothing. And I remember one girl was acting like she was pregnant, yo. She had a turkey in the front of her pants, told she was pregnant, yo. It's crazy. But yeah, so I had forged all these documents to make myself older. And yeah, my mom, so I used to get paid by the week, so I was actually able to give my mom the money. And I mean, well, it took me three pays to get it, but yeah, I was working for a security company at the age of 16, y'all. Because my mom went and spent all the rent money on me, so I would go to school. And so I had just went and got a job. And I worked at that job for a minute. My best friend, when he was my best friend at the time, he's dead now, but I remember getting him a job there, Lion. And we worked there for a long time. I worked there till I was like 20, 21, something like that. And then I worked there, and then I was working for this lady named Vasti Varden. And she had this cleaning thing. And I remember, the one place I hated, she used to have us come down to this gay gym on down Center City on Spruce Street. All these faggots in there. Let me not say that. All these weirdos, those people, yeah, in there. And I don't care what they say. Yeah, all those dudes in there. And I remember like the one time we went there was full of them. I did not like that. I felt so uncomfortable. I'm like, yo, I don't like the way these people looking at me. So I told her, I said, look, can we do this when they close? But I used to hate like having to clean up their hair. You know what I'm saying? In the back, horrible, y'all. That was a crazy job. Yeah, she had one at a bank, that gym. Yeah, she had a couple jobs. It was alright. But yeah, y'all. I had to do what I had to do, y'all. I wasn't gonna leave my mom like that, y'all. Straight up. I came in the door. I had my mom that whole check. I endorsed it to her and everything. She was like, how you know that I endorsed a check? I said, I do pay attention in school, somewhat. And actually, I learned it up Slayton Farms. In the, what was that class called? I can't even remember the name of the class, but it was some type of corporation. Yeah, that's what it was called. It's called corporation class. Yeah, so they showed us how to balance a checkbook, how to endorse checks, you know, sign your checks, you know, all types of stuff. And, yeah, so when I got paid from Masso, they handed me a check. It was, what was it, like $400 and something for the week. I worked almost I think I worked like 30 hours. And I handed that check. My mom was like, what? How you get this job? And I didn't sign no working papers for you. I told her I lied. I said, I got somebody forge me something. And everything. I said, nah. I said, because I didn't want you to be, you know, out here losing it. I said, that bothered me. Like, you was in here crying. And like, you know what I mean? I ain't, you know how you don't want to say too much, but yeah, I said, nah. So I went and got a job here. Gave it a check. Then I turned around and said, well, give me $40 so I can get to work tomorrow. So I would just take $40 out the check, and I would give my mom the whole check, y'all. Yeah, just to take some of the weight off her. You know what I'm saying? Because she was going to school, going to work, school work. And I know that was killing her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know now, like, what she was going through. Because she was doing that for years, y'all. Like, my mom was going to school for a long time. Oh, my God, that was so long. My mom was going to school when my dad was alive. That's how long it was. And she was just doing this all the time. Schoolwork. Yo, she was a rider, y'all. My mom rode out for her kids. She was not playing. Yep, so I'm gonna get my witch-con real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll finish some more of this conversation. It ain't gonna look like, to y'all, it's gonna be a blip. Like, it's just gonna seem like I'm saying something else. But to me, it's gonna be a couple minutes. So I'm gonna go get my cappuccino, and I'll be back. Yes, y'all. So, you know, I had to go get me a job, man, and help out my mommy, my little lady. And, you know, that's what I did. And then, when the job wasn't sustaining me, because I had my first son when I was 21, my son Fontaine, I had him. I started working at a place called, what was the name of that place? What was the name of that place? Little Sisters? Something. I forgot the name of it. It was on 53rd and Chester Avenue. It was some nuns, and they dealt with the elderly. And I was a dishwasher. You know, me, my friend Abdul, because every job I went and got, he got, and a Jamaican guy named Dave. He was working there. Yeah. Dave was cool. That was my man. But, so after I started hustling, but I would, you know, I wouldn't do it a lot. I would do it, you know, here and there or whatever. You know, I had people on my pager. People would page me, and, you know, I would do that type of stuff. I ain't gonna get into all of it, but that's what I was doing. So, and, you know, I just, you know, I did a lot of stuff, put it that way. But, I'm saying this because I went and I YouTubed stuff about, like, you know, the older women of the 70s and 80s, and, you know, their stories, like, you know, grandmother's stories of poverty from the 70s and 80s. And y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. If you want to hear some horrific stuff, and I mean, and to be honest with you, it's the truth. You want to hear the truth about what we, you know, our grandparents and mothers had to endure, you know, then fine, yes, watch it. You know, if you can. And, you know, and it's just truth, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them really hurt me bad. Like, had me sitting here with my head down looking crazy. You know, but it's the truth. And, you know, it's sad because our grandparents, their stories aren't out there. Our mothers, their stories aren't out there. We got these stupid white people crying about they losing their freedom. But what about the stuff our forefathers and you know, the parents that you know of, like your grandma, your great grandma, man. Like, y'all should sit back, man, and listen to these stories, because some of them, man, it's like, wow. You know, it's really like, wow. Like, oh, wow. This woman is powerful. You hear me? That's all I can say. That's what you're going to say. Well, these women are strong, powerful women. You know? Because the stories that these older women, well, they weren't older then, but they were young, are telling about the poverty and the things that they had to deal with, and raising, you know, kids like me and other ones. You make you wonder how they did it. It really does. So, I mean, if you can handle it, yeah, just type it in. Because I didn't save no names or nothing. You know, I didn't save no addresses. I just typed it in, you know. But I'm warning you. If you ain't got your emotions on. You know, if you can't take somebody's pain, don't do it. It's a lot of pain. And for the ones that's my age and older, it's a reminder, you know what I'm saying, of what your people had to go through during certain times, you know, especially the 1900s and all that. And then, and for the ones that's young, it's a lesson to show you that you got it good. You got it good compared to the way I had it. Nah, and I actually rather be where I'm at, be back then than here now, because I can't stand this time. I really can't. But we had the cups of freedom, so I'll deal with it. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to put that out there. Y'all get some time, check it out. Just type it in. There's so many of them. Type it in. It's poverty, mothers and grandmothers of the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Poverty of mothers and grandmothers of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And oh yeah, make sure it's black. Poverty of black mothers, grandmothers and mothers of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s. And wow, that's all I got to say. All right, y'all. Shalom.